you, baby, I'm swerving from left to right. Left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take 2 more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right. All night. Would you call me old-fashioned if I kiss you in the rain in Manhattan? Oh, I can't wait until my lips are on yours. I can't help the way that I'm feeling. The way you look tonight is so appealing. Hold up, I need to pace myself. You're the bullet to my heart, I swear. I swear. Only took one shot. Only took one shot. The only thing I'll promise is I'll give you all I've got. Oh, you remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby, I'm swerving from left to right. Left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take 2 more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right.
Yeah, look, alright. Now pretty bourbon brown eyes, can I grab you off the shelf? You sweet but you strong, I gotta have you to myself. I'm trying to let you know that you're the only drink I'm trying to pour. Girl, it's Dunton, aka the slurring bourbon connoisseur. And look, I had a couple, so you know I'm telling the truth. I don't settle for Kettle One, I don't settle for Goose. First we had a couple rounds just to see how it go. Now it's time to tap that barrel, girl, let's see how it flow. You got that caramel dripping, now I'm sipping. They can't take you straight, but baby, I'm built different. It feels different. Listen, you keep getting Dunton loose. You far from the jungle juice, but you keep it 100 proof. I don't need no Coca-Cola or no Sprite for you. And yeah, you good on the rocks, might put that ice on you. You got that Jameson, that Johnny, or that Jack, and you can miss me. I need bourbon in my life, cause baby, you my favorite whiskey. Come on.
I don't want you holding back. Tell me everything, and I do mean everything, everything. It's time for last call. You know that this liquor been flowing faster than free fall. If we keep going, I might not be able to recall. My favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby, I'm swerving from left to right. Left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take 2 more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right. Oh, let the band play on, and they be playing our song.
Girl, it's Dunton, aka the slurring bourbon connoisseur. And look.
Hey, y'all. What's smacking? How you crack-a-lacking? How you crack-a-lacking? What's snacking? Hey, Cruz. Hey, Sweet Jamaica. Hey, Miss Yvonne. Hey, Brown Eyes. Hey, Ray Rap. How you doing? Hey, Locke again. What's going on, y'all? See, I'm already lit up. I'm ready. And I just figured let's just go ahead and get the brawl out of the way. Hey, Mackie Poo. Hey, Lioness Nala. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it very much. I figure let's go ahead, start with the Christmas bra, get everything going. Hey, Lil Unique. And I'll just start being lit up, getting ready for when the lights get turned off on me, which we know eventually we're coming to that. All right, we're going to get to that. So those of you who know the story of the Christmas bra, here it is yet again, right? Hey, D-Man. Yes, let the festivities begin. We are here. Hey, LaWanda, how you doing? So, yes, I will be seen when they go out. Of course, he'll just turn the lights off on me. And he already told me that, basically he got something ready for me and I will not be able to shine bright like a diamond. no matter what I do. So I've already been threatened, warned, whatever you want to call it. So all of that. So I am Lisa the X, aka Brown Whiskey Woman, and I am live from Lock and Key Media Studios here in the ATL Shouting. And last week, I wasn't here. But the week before that, we had slideshow part 1. And we had some holiday drinks. I saw that live for now. So tonight, we have slideshow part 2. Making some drinks. I'm going to be muddling some stuff, some cranberries. We got more Christmas trivia. This is my last show of 2025. So, hey, I got to do it. And he's over there like cheering. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Wait a minute. Who already had an eggnog shot? Oh, Ray Rapp says she did. Yeah. That eggnog from the week before is still in my refrigerator. Just saying. Okay. And there it shall remain. Even though Mac did taste it and he said it was okay. So I did mix it in with some coffee. It wasn't bad. It wasn't very sweet. I still had to put some creamer in there, but it was what it was. But I tried it. Okay. So we got some administrative things to do. First of all, I have to do a redraw on the raffle for the Beats for a Cure live shirt. T-Man said, wait, another slideshow? Yeah, you gotta go wash your hair. Your braid wig that London made for you, you gotta go do that. So no, I am not FedExing any eggnog. Thank you. But I do have to do a redraw on the Beats for a Cure shirt. If you all recall that Lakita won the shirt, but she already has one. So I took Lakita's name out of the little bag, and hopefully we will not be pulling anybody's name who already has one. But when Locke comes back, I will have him pull a name. Hey, Miss IME, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Happy Thursday to you. And hey, London Michelle. But okay, there's his beige hand going in the bag. Oh my gosh. Okay. And let us see. Drum roll, please. The winner is Little Miss Ruthie. So, Little Miss Ruthie, if you're lurking or wherever you is, you got a shirt coming to you. You got a Beats for a Cure live shirt coming to you. So I will reach out to you directly because I have your information and find out what size you need. But Little Miss Ruthie won the shirt. So she will get a Beats for a Cure live shirt. And if she already has one, then I'll just have to pick another name. We just going to keep this thing going until we get to somebody who does not have a Beats for a Live Cure shirt. So, yay to that part. Always we have commands. We have exclamation point believe. And keep drawing until 2026. We have I believe, exclamation point believe, not I believe, but exclamation point believe for M. Claudie, our sister who is currently going through her breast cancer journey. You can donate to her directly. You can also purchase a t-shirt. So please keep that in mind. T-Vance and hoping I can win. We also have exclamation point love for my mod sister, C Love. And C Love has some great positive merch on her site. So if you do that, you can go directly there. Now, I'm not going to speak for her and say you'll get it before Christmas or any of that stuff. You have to talk to her about that. But she does have some really, really great merch. And she also has merch for Big Stove and also the Callus 06. And then we have exclamation point promo, which is for Fresh Radio Show. They have 2 parties here in Atlanta coming up. I am a sponsor with them. They have one next weekend, which is the 27th, which will be at Rocksteady from 4 to 9. And then they have one on the 30th, which is called The Eve Before the Eve at Knock Music House here in Atlanta. And that's always a fun time. I mean, the Fresh Day parties are like, they're the shit. Okay. And a lot of our own Twitch DJs are on the bill. Usually LV is on the bill, Fro is on the bill, and DJ Exact, Legacy. It's always a great time. So if you're here in the Atlanta area, go check out the website, !fresh. !fresh. Hey, Shazam X, how you doing? Where the drinks? And then !promo. Put that one in. That is for London Michelle and her flyers, and also for Grafton City Nights Vodka. So if you use those commands, and anybody can use those commands, it will take you to where you want to go so that you can see the folks that you want to see and buy the stuff that you want to buy and get all the information that you need to get. Okay. So we're going to get right into it because I got a slideshow for y'all. I got some great drinks that I'm going to be making to ease your pain. After you all view this lovely slideshow, I want to tell you right up front that I drew back because I saw a lot of stuff that even I was appalled at the things that were on the interwebs. So some of it I didn't put in there. And I know you all probably find that very, very hard to believe, but I did not put all of the things that I saw in this slideshow. Hey, Guzzle. There's just some interesting stuff out there. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, a little unique. It was some things that even I was like, this is too much. This is too much. So, yeah. So let's get into it. Let's get going on the Christmas slideshow 2025. Let's go. That is not part of the slideshow, but it's an excellent lead-in. Because when I saw this, y'all motherfuckers need Santa, I instantly thought of London Michelle. So that was superb. That was superb, right? Shout out to production on that one. And then the one next to it, right? All the hoes in Homeville. What happened? Isn't it Whoville? I mean, hey, Marcia. It is Whoville, right? It's not, okay, because I was going to say, like, y'all talk about me. I have never watched The Grinch all the way through. I know. I like The Grinch, but I just never watched a movie all the way through. It's just one of those ones for me. Hey, Soul Food Diva. Yeah, it's Whoville, exactly. But obviously somebody messed up. And this looks like a school to me. So that was something. And then maybe the kids were messing around. They took the W out. That's what I'm thinking, right? Sort of like pulling the fire alarm. Hey, Lakita, how you doing? But yeah, so we're starting off here. And then we go down the rabbit hole. Next. Okay, so this one, I had to put it, I love his tats. I mean, this is Santa Claus. This is obviously New Age Santa Claus. And I don't know what all of that stuff is he has tattooed on his body, but I just put in crazy Christmas photos, and this came up several times. So I was like, I'm using it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and kick it off with Santa. Next. All right. So listen, it's like this here. Obviously, in the 60s and 70s, the Santa that we know today was very different because these Santas look positively scary. And I'm like, no wonder these children are screaming, some of these children. The one in the middle, the little girl just looks blissfully unaware, right? She's like so damn happy in her pink dress. And that Santa Claus looks like he came to steal your Christmas tree and everything else in their house. I'm like, yeah, Marcia, like the old school Easter Bunny. Exactly. Why is he scaring the kids? And then the one with the two kids on the lap and the kids are screaming, he looks like a serial killer. Wasn't it some kind of horror Christmas movie where Santa was the killer? Y'all tell me if I'm right about that. But he looks like a serial killer to me. And then the last one where the little boy just is sitting there looking like he's totally flabbergasted. His flabbers are gasted. Look at the face on that thing. These were, and this is kind of where I drew back because there was a lot of these pictures out there, and I just was like, I'm just gonna give them a few, and we gonna keep it moving. So yeah, that does look like Jack Nicholson. Hey, Big Stove. Those plastic masks. Yeah, they were terrible, and I'm like, they were pretty scary. So next, all right, this is another place that I drew back. These are vintage Christmas photos, and there is a lot of this on the interwebs. So much so that I don't even remember this from last year when I was doing research, but a lot of stuff came through. So that first picture, that's Santa and Krampus, right? So if y'all don't know, and if you don't know about Krampus, just y'all Google that, please. But basically, he is, the evil incarnation of Santa who will get the children if they misbehave. So yeah. And then that picture, the next picture with the donkey and Santa and the guy, how come that looked like some type of, I don't know, gangster, I don't know, talk or something like they're about to, I don't know. I just feel like it's like some kind of drug deal or some hit on somebody going down. I don't know what this is, but it was very intriguing to me. It came up a lot when I put in vintage Christmas photos, but don't they look like they're about to do some dirt? Yeah, I mean, and it does kind of look like two pictures, like Ray Rapp said, it kind of looks like two pictures like Photoshopped together in a way, but it came up a lot. Yeah, he does look like Joe Pesci. So, taxidermy. Yeah, and I don't know, that donkey might be taxidermy. You're right about that. And if it is, like, I hate that. That is so creepy. And I had a friend that used to do that. So, anyway, moving on. Next. Okay, so the first one. I want y'all to tell me, what are those birds? Are those turkeys? What are those that is pulling the sleigh of junk? And I'm like, is this turkeys? Okay, Big Stove said they're turkeys. I looked at those and I was like, there is no way. This must be staged because there's no way that those turkeys could like actually pull all of that shit that he has on that sleigh. I'm like, this has got to be for like a Christmas card. And then it's from Three Oaks, Michigan, which I actually know where Three Oaks, Michigan is from, where it is, like, because I'm from Detroit. So that's crazy. Then, yeah, that Santa Claus, y'all, I was like, what is happening with his eyeballs? What is wrong with his eyes? And then the little girl is like smiling like this is the norm. So I don't know if this was the norm. Missy Mom said, call Peter. I don't know if this was the norm during this time period or what. But you can, I don't know if you can see that at the bottom, but it says creepysantaphotos.com. It's a website that you can go to, and it's just creepy Santa Claus pictures. And I did go to the website. I'm not going to lie, because that's just how I am and how my mind works. But some of the stuff that I saw on there, I was like, I'll take the 0 and I'll give them a 0 and an incomplete. I don't want to show that. Next. So I showed you these because I want you all to appreciate how much Christmas trees have changed. And thank God. Because these look like a hot sizzling mess to me. I'm like, what in the entire hell was going on with these Christmas trees? But these are Christmas trees from back in the day, right? And these are some of the gifts, I guess, that people got underneath the Christmas tree. And they looked sad. And I would not want to walk into my parlor and see that, I guess. I guess that's what I'm going to say. Because, yeah, they were. And And that doll does look creepy. And just for the record, y'all, I do not like dolls. I do find dolls to be very, very creepy. I also do not like those ventriloquist dummies because they're also creepy to me, nor do I like marionettes. All of that is creepy shit to me. And if you have any of that when you come to your house, I would just turn around and leave because the tree on the right looks like it got keys and coke under it. Damn. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Those packages wrapped up like brown paper packages wrapped up in string. I just thought about the song. But yeah, it does look like that. And then you see that file folder too. Like, I'm like, okay, what's in that file folder? What type of boring ass gift is that? But anyway, yeah, it's very Chucky. You're right. Next. So the picture of the reindeer throwing up and the presents coming out of his butt, that's courtesy of Cruz, y'all. So if y'all don't like it, boo Cruz. Because Cruz sent that to me. I found it on the interwebs and I put it in here. Because Cruz said, hey, I'm going to help you out, Lisa. And she sent it to me. Miss Iami, your grandfather had a whole aluminum foil Christmas tree. Actually, so did my family. It was silver and I loved it. And we used to have this like thing that you would put on it that like reflected and made it change different colors and stuff. So yeah. And then the second picture, those are eyeballs and they're very realistic looking eyeballs on those ornaments. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I would not put that on my tree. I think that's weird. I wouldn't. And I love Halloween. And I actually have a small tree that has like Halloween ornaments for it, but none of them are like eyeballs. They're just like pumpkins and kind of nice things. And that ugly sweater couple. I see that lioness Nala. Yeah. I don't know if it's for a Halloween tree because they didn't show the whole tree. They just showed these eyeballs. So D-Man says she don't need help with these slideshows. Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know there were green trees forever because your mom kept that silver tree with the multicolored wheel. Right. That's what it was. The wheel would change the tree, all these different colors. I thought it was the coolest thing when I was little, but yeah, that silver tree. We had ours for a long time too. Yep. Long time. Next. All right. So these came up when I went down the real rabbit hole. Because I look for this stuff in different ways. So I put crazy Christmas pictures, inappropriate Christmas pictures, vintage Santa pictures. All these things would be in my search history. So this was like a little offshoot. And I don't really know how I wound up here. But I put these in here because I was like, what in the entire hell? Hey, Double Spirit. So yeah, the first picture, first of all, why did that man do that? Just why? That's what I'm gonna say. Just why? And then the little girl, and then how her sister or whoever is looking at her laughing, and Santa Claus is just like, okay. But she's like, fuck this shit. Fuck you. Fuck Christmas. Fuck all of y'all. I love it. I love it. And then the picture next to it. Y'all, that is the weirdest shit to me. Because why does everyone have on pajamas except for him? What in the entire hell is going on? I'm like, and then why did they take that picture? Why did they let him even be in the damn picture? Like that one, I looked some more, and I tried to analyze it. I looked at all the shit in the background, the Christmas tree covered with tinsel throw up and all of that, and the stereo system in the background. I mean, all of it. I just looked at all of that. And Cruz said he was rebelling. Obviously, he was. That dude is most likely to yell out, "Play Freebird!" at a concert. Yeah, that was just weird. And anyway, next. Next. All right, so this came up under inappropriate, obviously. So the first one, it says Merry Christmas. Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, now say what now? What? How did they manage to get that like right in the right spot? Right over the dude, right? See, Bond said has confusion. And then the lovely couple next to them. Obviously, those sweaters are homemade. Hey, Thomas. Jingle my bells and feel the joy. If you cannot see that, but yes, that's what it says. Feel the joy with the hands. I'm thinking this might have been like a ugly sweater Christmas contest or something, and they made these sweaters. They are ugly. And yeah, they... Okay, and Locke is trying to quit. But yeah. So... Ray Rabbit said the first time, so yeah, he would be ready to fight. I don't know. He might just jingle his bells. Who knows? Tiny bells. Oh my God. Next. Okay, so y'all, this one. It took me a minute on this. I'm not going to lie. It took me a minute. I looked at it, and this is in the Dollar No More store, right? And by the way, the Dollar No More store has stuff going all the way up to $20 now. So let me just say that. So you see there, these were $5, I think. So when I first looked at it, I saw the old man, right? Like that's what I saw. Cause you see the first one, the silver one that's facing like basically towards us. I saw that. And then when I looked at like the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth one, I was like, oh shit. Oh, okay. They're not. Missy Bond said, it's them dinglings. They are not. They are not. They're actually a like old school Santa with a sack on his back. That's a sack over his shoulder. They're not salt and pepper beans. Yeah, exactly, D-Man. I saw the old man. I saw like the old school Santa carrying the sack of toys. I kind of like, I looked at this one for a while because I was like, no, I'm positive. I know exactly what it is because I've seen it in the store before. Well, Unique, are you sure? I'm positive. And when you really look at them closely, and see, D-Man said he zoomed in. You do see Santa Claus, right? But you also see how it looks like something else. Y'all, I know y'all see that because y'all said that first off. Big Stone said, I'd rather not zoom in. But you all see that first ornament. Come on, just tell me you see that first ornament. Okay, yes, after school. Well, D-Man, damn, you wear glasses, need to wear glasses. You don't wear them. Put Benny's glasses on and pass them around to everybody in the chat so they can see. But yeah, the very first ornament is the front of it, and that is what it is. And you can kind of see when you get to the gold ones, the one that's kind of turned sideways, that is actually Santa Claus. It's actually Santa Claus. Yeah, I had to zoom in on this one because first I didn't get it because I was like, why is this inappropriate? And then I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, just let's go to the next slide. I think we've looked at that one a lot and quite enough. So this one, y'all, this is called The People of Walmart. There is actually a website called The People of Walmart, and it's all the crazy ass people that are in Walmart doing various things that people do in Walmart in various stages of dress in Walmart. And y'all know that Walmart is like pajama pants heaven is what I call it, because I swear about a good 80% of the people in there are going to have on some pajama pants and some slippers in their shopping. But this was obviously during Christmas. This is a real website. You can check it out. It came up when I typed in inappropriate Christmas photos. This is what came up. There were lots more. Trust me, there were a whole lot more. Next. Okay, y'all know I had to put it in there, but I went easy on you. I promise. I don't know what's up with these old school Christmas dolls that look like they're possessed. This was all basically two photos, right? Because the first photo had all of the pictures on it, and then the second one. Y'all, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know why these people have these, why this is part of Christmas. That ornament with, I don't know if that's a baby's face. I don't know what that is. I don't know if somebody made that. I don't know. All I know is this exists on the interwebs. That's what I know. And people own these things and they take pictures of it and they put it out there. That's all I can say. Why they have it, I don't know. I cannot tell you. But I'm going to tell y'all, this took me on a quest. And I will talk to you about the quest that it took me on, a real life quest, a real life adventure. Okay. Next. Okay. So I told y'all I did Google inappropriate Christmas photos. And here you have some. The one of Santa laid out with all the bottles. Y'all know I had to put that in there. Like, I love that. Okay, so Locke is banning me for Christmas. October and December. Brown Eye said, don't go on Google no more. Y'all, yeah, Santa had a whole bunch of eggnog and whatever those bottles are. Looks like beer. He is laid out. It's just got one boot on and everything, right? Yeah. Next. All right. So y'all, we getting into this elf on the shelf thing. So that first picture, when I saw that one, again, I was like, okay, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, it's a female elf. She's sitting on the bottle. On that bottle, it says elf piss. That's what it says. Elf piss. I was like, okay. And yeah. Then the next one, I know that's just how the things were positioned in the store, because that definitely looks like a store shelf. But whoever did that, they should be ashamed, right? Like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking, right, in putting that together? But that was, yeah, that was under inappropriate Christmas photos. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, Cruz. I guess they're crawling. Santa centipede. Yeah, Shazam X. I probably should not be on the interwebs, but you know, hey, Holly, how you doing? Thank you. Best part of the year. It really is. Thank you. Next. So, the elf on the shelf. Now, shout out to Crazy Berry Town. Please make sure you're following Crazy Berry Town on IG, because she and her son do some really, really fun stuff with Elf on the Shelf. And Marshall is the elf's name, and he is married to Barbie, and they just recently had a baby. So go check her out on IG, Crazy Berry Town, and you will see the adventures of Elf on the Shelf with Marshall and Barbie. But I found these. So I love the Spider-Man Elf on the Shelf, right? Like, I just thought that was really imaginative. And then the elf twerking. I was like, wow. So we got the elf on the shelf, and this is what the elf is doing. Okay. Next. Okay, so this one I just thought was super cute, right? And this actually came up under fun things to do with your elf on the shelf. That's what it was That's what it came up under. So it says, worst cookies ever. Don't give these to Santa. And those are Milk-Bone dog biscuits. So that was super cute. And then the elf is getting a BBL with some creamy supreme vanilla frosting with the syringe and everything. Like, I love this. And I mean, I have to say, you know, all jokes aside, the reason why I do this and put these slides together like this is the imagination of people. It astounds me. It's just amazing. And I mean, I know that some of it is like really off the wall, but I just love the imagination of it. So this was super cute to me. Next. So this first one, the reason why he was, you know, worshiping the porcelain goddess is because he drank that damn Jose Cuervo. That's what he get for drinking that tequila. That's why you're sick. And then the next one, free mustache rides for Barbie. It was cute though. And his mustache is so damn big. Yeah. Oh, Lil Unique said, if the raccoon would have made it to the toilet. Yeah. Why is he looking like that? Because he's trying to see if she gonna go. That's the reason why he looking like that. So we're going to come back to the slideshow, but let's make some drinks. How about that? Let me break this up for you all so that you can recover from this portion of the show. And yeah, and here I am in the dark. I've not been in the dark the entire time, but it's okay. And here I am about to make some drinks. I got everything that lights up today that can possibly light up. But yeah, I got all of it. So yeah, I got my little light up ball. Let me show you this thing real quick that I got from the dollar store. Thank you, Lakita. This is actually, it's called Light Bulb Lolly. That's what this is. Oh, thank you, Lakita. This is my Christmas bra and I'll tell the story about this later. But this is called Light Bulb Lolly. This is from the Dollar No Mosto, right? It's candy in here. And it has a little button and it lights up. Look at that. You press this little button. And they had them in red and they had them in green. Some of these are some of my Dollar No Mosto finds. But I thought that would be something really cute. Yeah, anything but the dollar. Right. Yep, the bra is back. So we're going to make some drinks. Okay, I got some stuff. Ray Rap, oh, you say you wore your panky pen today. And okay, to get your yearly mammogram. Yes, I just had mine. By the way, ladies, coming to the close of the year. If you've not had your mammogram, see what you can do to get scheduled, or at least at the beginning of the year. But I just had mine done last week. Yeah, last week I went. Last Monday I went for mine. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. So let me talk to you a little bit about the drinks that we are making. So the first one is called a Cranberry Jack Mimosa. All right. So you all know that I talk about this quite a bit, and all of my bottles are wearing clothing today. Just look at that. They're wearing clothing. Shout out to Mac, my son, who gave me the clothing for the bottles last Christmas, I think it was. But that's a little hat. And then when we undress him, this is Jack Daniel's Winter Jack. So this is a seasonal item. And let me talk to you about it just a little bit. Winter Jack is only available October through January. It's about $25. This is only 30 proof. Now on the bottle, it says spiced apple punch because that is the primary flavor of it. The spice in the apple is excellent warmed. It makes a great hot toddy, but of course it's great with like apple cider and anything else that it is mixed into. So I'm going to do a little experimenting with this because I am going to make it into a mimosa. So I'm going to use that. And then I am using Prosecco, and I'm using a different type of Prosecco than I normally buy. This is called Lunetta Prosecco, and Lunetta means little moon in Italian. And it is made from 100% Glera grapes. So Glera grapes are known for being used for Prosecco, for Spumante, for Frizzante, Tranquillo. All of those are like sparkling type wines. And in 2009, and I just found this out in my research, they renamed it Glera to protect the designation of origin for Prosecco wines because there are other wines produced in that region, and they wanted it to be able to be recognized that any wine that came from the region of Prosecco was known as a Prosecco wine. So I thought that that was really cool. So it is the Glera grape. They were formerly Prosecco grapes. So I'm going to be using this. So I did a little pre-work. I sugared the rim of my glass. And you all know that process. You can take any colored sugar. So I had green. Hey, Funk Laura, how you doing? This is colored sugar crystals like you use for baking. And you just get a plate. You can take simple syrup. You take this. You can just use your finger around the rim. Turn your glass upside down. And just twist it around. And there you go. You got a sugared rim. All right. So I'm going to be building this in the glass. So I'm not really going to do any precise measurements for it because I'm just kind of making this on the fly. So I'm going to pour a little bit of Jack in there. And I'm not going to do too much Jack because I don't want it to be overpowering with the taste of the apples and everything else because I'm adding some other ingredients. And then I'm going with cranberry juice. Now I'm using this Simply Cranberry Cocktail. I do have some pure cranberry juice that I bought. This is 25% cranberry juice. Now they call this cocktail because it's not 100% cranberry. I'm using this because cranberry, like 100% cranberry, can be really, really bitter. But when you mix it with other things, it's a lot better. All right. So I'm going to pour a little bit of that in. And then we are going to top it with our Prosecco. Cool thing about this Prosecco, I was expecting a cork. Did not have a cork. It's a twist off top. So kind of like that. Ooh, it had a little gurgle. And then I'm just topping it with a little Prosecco to give it some sparkle. And then for my garnish, and part of the garnish, of course, is the sugared rim, I have some cranberries. So ocean spray. See that package right there? I'm going to drop a couple of those in. I did wash those in the bag. And you got a pretty little drink there. So we're going to taste this and see what it tastes like. I'm going to see if it needs something, if I should maybe subtract something. But this is my Cranberry Jack Mimosa. Cheers, y'all. This is good. I like it. I give it a hell yeah. I don't even have my rating cards out. I give it a hell yeah. I like it. It's a good balance of things. And it's really good that I didn't even measure anything, but I can taste everything. I really like a cocktail where you can taste everything very distinctly. I could do a little bit more Prosecco in it if I wanted to be a little bit more, have more bubbles and fizz and sparkle to it. But the cranberry juice, the Jack Daniels, all of it mixed together, it's a very, very good blend. Only 3 ingredients. So super simple. It does make it a cocktail because it has 3 ingredients. But this is good. course, you could use bourbon, just regular bourbon if you wanted to. And if you didn't want to put any liquor in it at all, you could just do the cranberry juice and you could use sparkling cider. And that would be great too. And that'd be something a little bit different, a little twist on your mimosa. So I say yes to this. I give this the hell yeah. This is good. All right. So I'm going to put that over there to the side. And for those of you that are new to the stream and don't know the story of the Christmas bra, let me tell it to you. Like to hear it? Here you go. I guess it's been about 2 years now, I think. But anyway, I go on this hunt, preparing for the show. Malik Stone was coming on with me and we were talking about bras and what was the purpose of a bow on a bra. And I did a whole bunch of research and found out that originally the bow on the bra is what held the bra together, right? That was the purpose of it. Then it just became a decorative item. I think the bow is very stupid. Every bra I get, I usually clip the bow off or whatever ornament they have because it's just dumb. So I go on this hunt for a bra and I go down to Little 5 Points and I go into Psycho Sisters. Shout out to Psycho Sisters. Love that place. And they have this basket full of stuff, panties, bras, various things. And I look and I was like, oh, they got a Christmas bra. So I pull it out and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at me and I'm looking at it and looking at me. And I was like, this don't seem like it'll fit. And you have to pull it over your head. It doesn't have snaps in the back, right? So I'm talking to the woman and I said, do you have any that are like larger? And so she was like, no, but that's a large. Like, I'm sure it'll fit fine. And I was like, fit who? But then I look at her and her chest is like an ironing board, basically. So I was like, yeah, it'll fit you. But okay. So I put it on in the store, just like I have it over my clothes. And y'all, this where my boobs are, right here, right? I have on a bra and this is where my boobs are. This is where this bra is. So I was like, is this supposed to fit like this? So what? Ray Rap. Yeah. Girl. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. So I was like, my whole breast is out. Like the whole thing is out. And she was like, well, yeah, it's like a shelf bra. Like, I was like, and what is it holding on the shelf? But that's the story. that's the story of the bra, okay, of the Christmas bra. And it has been embellished. I added the poinsettia or the poinciana, as my mother calls them. And the other stuff, she has been embellished over the year. Oh, it's a come get me bra. Yeah, I don't even see what's the point. I don't even see. Oh, you thought it was part of my okay, Ray Rap, you need to go. Don't you? Wear your glasses, girl. You need some beaded glasses too, because no, this is not. Yeah. So that's the story of the Christmas bra, and I have just embellished it over the years. And then the bras have just become a thing on this stream that I'm known for. The Panky bra, and I have what else do I have? I think I have I don't know. I got to look through the bras one day. Like, I know I have a Crown Royal one that's made out of Crown Royal bags. I had a Beats for a Cure Panky bra. What else do I have? I don't know. I got to look. I have a Lock and Key bra. I do have one that says Lock and Key on it. So, yeah. So that's the story of it. But anyway, and can I tell y'all, this thing is tight. I'm Just gonna say that. So it's probably gonna be coming off pretty soon because I'm like, yeah, okay. But anyway, let me make this other drink. All right. This one I'm really excited about because this is called Holiday Candy Cane. I went into a store in the Buckhead area here in Atlanta and I saw this. I went looking for apple cider at the store at Lucy's Market, and I did find some. But this is by a company called Yesco. Let me get it right. Yes, Cocktail Company. Sorry. And these are bitters infused candy cane cubes. And it says to enjoy, muddle 1 cube with your favorite spirit and top with seltzer to make it a mocktail, or in a champagne, or drop it in a champagne flute with champagne or Prosecco. So this better be good because this was $15. Okay, I'm gonna just say that it better be good because if it's not, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm praying for the best on this. So it says if we just drop it in, we don't have to muddle it. I want to do a red one. I don't know if it makes any difference because it just says we can put them in there. But it's cute little container. And I'm gonna pour up my Prosecco. And that's all you gotta do. Made it nice and pretty. I like that. And it's easy. And it's a fizzling. So it looks like it's definitely dissolving. So I'm gonna wait a minute on this while it dissolves. But yeah, and they had all types of bitters. They had, old fashions. They had mules. They had different types of cocktails. And I was just really kind of intrigued by it. So I said, let me try this and see what it tastes like, how well it works. And then it was like, yes, Cocktail Company. So I was like, okay, yes, I like that. That sounds good. So I hope it's not Fraganackle. I'll just say that. All right. So it's dissolving down nicely. So I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it because I want to see if it's a difference between how it tastes now as opposed to it dissolves a little further. It smells nice. Tastes like Prosecco. I don't know. I'm going to let this one dissolve. I'm going to set it to the side to see if it enhances the taste as it dissolves a little bit more. And then maybe it needs 2. I don't know, but it tastes just like the Prosecco to me. I don't really get any flavor at all. I don't even know what flavor it's supposed to have because it just says candy cane. So is it supposed to taste like peppermint? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really know. But the first drink gets a hell yeah. This one is still pending. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to set that to the side. We should go back to the slideshow. Swirl it. Okay, I'll swirl it while we're watching the slideshow. Let's go back to the slideshow. And then we will come back to these drinks because I have 2 other drinks to make. Folklore. All right. So the dolls. Okay, so the first one, y'all, that is Krampus. That's Krampus. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure why we want a Krampus dressed as Santa Claus doll. And then the second one. Whew. I don't know where they found those and why is that cute. And they got candy canes and they smiling and all of that. Yeah, that's a note for me too, because I would never purchase those. I would never have those out. None of that. None of that. Rap said, you hope you can go to sleep. You need garlic, oil, and a cross. All of that. Okay. All of that. Fugly. They are fugly. Do y'all know about fugglers? Those dolls that they purposely make very ugly, and they're called fugglers. I saw them in the store the other day, and again, I was like, why would a person want this doll? Why do you want a doll that's just, ugly? I mean, is it like so ugly it's cute, sort of like bulldogs and pugs? No offense to the people that own them, but those are some ugly dogs. Oh, Mac, y'all have them at TJ Maxx? Okay. All righty then. Next. All right, so this one. So this came up under inappropriate. So y'all look at that Christmas sweater. I looked at it and zoomed in and zoomed out and zoomed back in. Because I was like, what is the reindeer doing? And then what is the other girl reindeer doing to Frosty? What is happening? And again, this looks like some shit that somebody made. So I'm like, did you make this on purpose or was this just placement? Nah, I mean, I believe you did it on purpose. I'm sorry. That's just what I think. That's how I feel. And I'd say you did. Then the one next to it, there were a lot of inappropriate Christmas t-shirts. Lots and lots and lots. It's mentioned here. It says, I didn't make the rules. And in case you're a little bit slow on your up rock, that's mistletoe with an arrow pointing down. But it said I didn't make the rules. Someone said, what in a three-way? Hey, again, this is out on the interwebs, y'all. It's out there. Okay, next. All right, so this one. And again, this was another point where I drew back. There was a lot of this. So I guess because Santa and Satan have the same letters, that there are a lot of people out there that misspell it. So that says cookies for Satan. Though it's supposed to be cookies for Santa. And there was a lot of that. I mean, I just was like, listen, Jesus is the reason for the season, so I'm not going to go there. But I had to put at least one in there. But there was so much of this, so much of this. There was one with some blocks stacked up next to the children visiting Santa, and somebody had mislaid the blocks, and it spelled out Satan instead of Santa. And I was like, wow. Hey, Miss KB, how you doing? I was like, wow, who does that? Next. Okay, so this one. Do I need to say a lot? Do I need to say anything? Because this was like a light display. Somewhere in America or not in America. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, Ray Rap said that's in Florida? Is it really? Is it really in Florida? Okay, Cruzan, my countries. Okay, Psalmist, where did you see them? Because you said you seen them IRL. Okay, Florida trees. Where did you see those? Just say it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is, but they didn't really think that through, I don't believe. Not fully, right? Or maybe they did think it through completely. Who knows? Okay, in Miami. All right, that makes sense too. Marie said, yep, good old Florida. Mary Skeetness. See, I knew y'all would be on it. Like, I knew y'all would be on this. So I was like, I can just put this singular picture up here. Honestly, I really wouldn't even have to say not one word. Next. Do I have to say anything here? I mean, it just looks like Christmas just threw up on this house. That is a whole bunch of shit on that house. I mean, you don't even know where to look, right? Like, I'm like, I see words, Santa stops here. How does Santa know where to get in, though? How does he know where the chimney is? There's joy, there's ho, ho, ho. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, that I said that electric bill too. It's fire hazard. I mean, woo, that's a lot. That's a the HOA fined them and put them out of the neighborhood. But you know what? They probably live in a neighborhood where this is what they do. Like probably people go crazy and, you know, do their house like this. And I know there are places here in Atlanta that do it and then people drive by and like it's a big deal. There's a house in Decatur like that where people drive by every year. I mean, this is a lot though. This is a whole lot. Yeah, where is the front door? I said the same thing because I was like, you can't see anything. I think I kind of see a window on one side, but that's about it. That's about all that I really can figure out on this one. There's a lot going on. Next. So the first one is not that bad, but it's bright as hell. And then that one next to it with all of that stuff in the yard. Those dolls and I don't know. I guess those aren't dolls. I guess they're like, what are those? Figures? Characters? Plastic shit? Whatever they are. I don't know. Okay, y'all. You're going to hear some noise because I'm doing something back here. All right, next. Okay, so I had to show the cubicles some love because I felt like a mental illness patient. I felt like, you know, like last year I didn't really get into the cubicles, but a lot of people really get into decorating their cubicles at work. And so I thought these were super cool. And there were a lot of these, but I just chose a few to show you all. That first one I thought was really cool. They did Candyland Village and they just used kind of like everyday stuff because I see like paper plates and, you know, all kinds of cool things like kind of, I guess, around the office or around the home things. And then Cruz said, how do they work? And I'm thinking maybe they did a contest or something because I know a lot of places will do that. They will do like a cubicle decorating contest and then they kind of like, you know, give a prize or something. And then people either keep some of it up or clear it, or maybe they do it at the end of the season when the people are getting ready to go on vacation. I don't know, something like that, right? Just saying. But I have to point out that those Nutcracker men, like on the second photo, those look creepy to me. They don't normally look creepy to me, but those, I was like, where did they buy those? Because though I didn't like the way they looked at all. Next. So these are some of the very imaginative Christmas trees that people came up with. Okay, so Ray Rapp said at the jail, you decorate your office doors and the sheriff judges them. And then, okay, you have to take it down so the inmates won't take anything. Lord, they steal the Christmas decorations. Okay, so that first one, those are Monster drink cans. And they put those on that little Christmas tree. And those are their ornaments. And then the second one is, I don't know what all that stuff is. I see a lint brush. I see an oven mitt, a flask. Looks like a bottle of ginger ale of some sort. It looks sad. I can say that. It looks very sad to me. So, Luda. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they did this, but this was their Christmas tree. Yeah, it does kind of look like they started and then said, never mind. Next. So that first one is a throwback Christmas tree from the 50s. And that is like actually a cherub angel holding it up or something underneath that pink one. It just looked weird to me. I don't know. I didn't really understand what was going on there, but. And then this other tree next to it looks like, I don't know, an animal or something, because it looks like it has some kind of tail or the butt sticking out or something. Cruz said the first one is a Mary Kay tree. Is it really? Or are you just saying that because it's pink? She is dressed to the nines. And people then dressed. Like that is one thing that I definitely, can say that I appreciate, because the women were always dressed, and so were the men. They were always like casket sharp, right? But yeah, that second one, I don't really know what's going on there, but I just put it in there. Next. Some more imagination at work here. So you just take your laundry, which looks to be dirty to me, just my observation, and you just put a star on top of it and say, hey, Merry Christmas. And then that other photo of that Christmas tree outside. Again, I can't even tell you what all the stuff is on there. It just was weird. And it just looks like they just took some shit and just threw it out there at the tree and said, we'll just see what hangs from the branches. So, yeah. Next. All right. So we got panties on the tree and we got bras on the tree. Why not? Right? Why not? I mean, again, under inappropriate Christmas trees, this is what came up. So I guess if you don't have any ornaments, you just use what you got. And they had lots of underwear. They might not be stinky, Ray Rap. They might be clean drawers. I don't know. I can't smell them. I have no clue. And yeah, and then a bra that kind of looks like that Christmas bra, sort of. It looks like it would fit that lady that waited on me. Just saying. Hey, LaShawn, how you doing? Next. So these I actually loved. You walked into the Christmas slideshow, LaShawn. the infamous Christmas slideshow. But I actually liked the first one. I thought that was a lot of imagination there to just make it look like a skirt. And there were a lot of those. Again, I really, really like that. Okay, you have that tree on the left. And then the one with the legs, like, I love that. Again. And it looks, when I first looked at that, I was like, is that really a person's legs? It looks very authentic to me. But yeah, I really like that. Because again, just the uniqueness of them. Chris said the second one ready for some cold. Next. So that first one, I just don't even know why we even bothered. Like, what was the point? And the second one, I don't know why we bothered with that either, because it was just like, you can't even see the damn tree. It's just tinsel. Exactly. It's a Cousin It tree. I said the same thing. That looked just like Cousin It. I'm trying to figure out, y'all, please help me. What in the hell is that on the top? Can somebody tell me what that is? Can y'all like zoom in or whatever? I tried to zoom in, but I could not. It's Garfield? Okay. It's not Garfield. I don't know what it is though. Okay. So Ray Rap said it looks like a cat. Could be. I don't know what it is though. The picture is like not the greatest quality, of course. But when I zoomed in, I was like, okay, so Lioness Nala said it's an angel. Matt said, don't nobody know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. A cat or on Cousin It. Okay, we're going to go with that. And they have nerve to have some lights on underneath it. And then, y'all, how about it? It looked like it's just sitting on top of a sheet of paper or a piece of tile to me. Like it's no Christmas tree skirt or nothing, just like a square piece of tile. And it's just sitting on top of that. So, but then look at them curtains in the background. I'm just saying, I hope this ain't nobody auntie house that we know, because anyway, yeah, grocery bag, something. Okay, next. Again, why? I mean, Lioness Nala said something about a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I wouldn't even insult Charlie Brown with this, because I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know why they did it. I don't know what they was thinking. I don't know nothing, because both of these just look sad and tired to me. Exactly. Just buy a tree already decorated. You can. They sell them already decorated. You can buy them that way. You can pop it right out of a box, and it has ornaments and lights and everything on it. And you can do that. But anyway, next. So these are some really special trees that I put in here for some really special people. So the first one, of course, is Darth Vader. Shout out to you, D-Man, and all the Star Wars fans. I love that. I mean, I think they did a great job with that tree. And then that second tree, that's a shout out to London Michelle, because she is a big Mickey Mouse fan as well as Minnie Mouse. So I loved it. It's a Disney tree. It has almost all of the Disney characters. Yes, you came back at the right time. And there were a lot of really cool Star Wars trees out there. And then that last one is a shout out to me, because I love Snoopy. I absolutely love Snoopy. And I love the way that they decorated with the presents by using a little Charlie Brown print. But of course, it's Woodstock and Snoopy. They do have Charlie Brown and some of the other characters in there. And I thought that that was super cute. And I love Snoopy on top. And Mac, I will have you know that I looked really hard for some good Hello Kitty trees, because Mac loves Hello Kitty. And I found a few, but the quality of the pictures was not that great. But shout out to you with Hello Kitty. Next. So I'm ending it here because 2026 is coming, y'all. And I want to wish y'all a very happy new year. And I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit more at the end about things happening in 2026. But let's make some more drinks. And I am back with additional hat gear on, my elf hat here. Guess I'm supposed to have this like that or something. And we're going to make some drinks. But look, it did dissolve fully. So we're going to see, does it taste any different? Still tastes like Prosecco to me. I'm tasting something, but I don't know what it is. You made it through the slideshow. Yes, you did. Your mark's safe. I'm going to put another cube in there. I'm going to put it to the side and see if it gives it maybe a little bit more peppermint flavor. Cruz, can I hear you? What'd you say, Cruz? I'm going to put it to the side because we're going to see what happens with it. And I'm going to move forward with my other drinks. So you all may remember that last time I did the holiday drinks, I had an item that I tried that came from Aldi. So she's dressed up as Mrs. Claus. So we're going to strip her down here. And this is called Petit Wine Specialty Peppermint Bark. It is a blend of white wine with peppermint, chocolate, and other natural flavors, as well as artificial color. So the last time I made it on the show, I just did a build in a glass and I used bourbon with it. But I had some rum on my shelf because I made some rum cakes. So I decided, hey, let me break out my rum and let's see what it tastes like with the rum, because I'm thinking maybe it might taste a little bit different. So I just put a couple of cubes in my regular Collins or my rocks glass, and I am using Cruzan rum. She wasn't ready for me to strip her down like that. Y'all see I had to take off the bra because the bras, yeah. So she ready to. So this is what I had left from my rum cake. So it wasn't that much. But this is Cruzan rum. Cruzan rum came about in about 1760. So it's been around a long time, out of St. Croix, Virgin Islands. And it's named after the inhabitants of St. Croix because they are called Cruzans. And rum is made from sugarcane or molasses. And then it's fermented with yeast. And then, of course, they put it in a barrel. So that begins the distillation process once they add the yeast. So again, I am not measuring anything today. I'm just pouring it up. And then I'm going to try this and see what this tastes like with rum, grape wine, peppermint, chocolate, all of that. I think I'm going to drink it. Okay. Maybe not, because it doesn't want to open. Like, I need some assistance. And we opened this before. It did not want to be reopened, I guess. Crazy, right? Because this has been opened. Okay. So anyway, we're going to get something to open it. But you said I got a good stomach. I don't know what this is going to taste like, but I know that with the bourbon that I used, which was Four Roses, it was really, really good. It was kind of like the right mix of things. And I'm not, Chris said handy here. I'm not crazy about peppermint as a whole. Okay. Peppermint is like it's not my jam. It's not my favorite thing. Of course, it's great, to freshen your breath and all that good stuff. But it's just not my favorite thing to drink. So when I tried this, and it came from Aldi, as I said, and it was about, I don't know, maybe about $6 or $7. The Cruzan rum runs about $11 here in Atlanta. I was really pleasantly surprised at how good it was. And okay, Lil Unique said you're not really crazy about peppermint either. Now, what's really, really interesting is that Aldi has a whole line of like Christmas stuff. They have Christmas wine. They have Christmas wines from Germany and various places, and they're all very reasonably priced. So if you have an Aldi in your area, if you have, there's another place called Lidl, it's Lidl. Check them out and see what they have to offer because they have good things at good prices. And just because something doesn't cost a lot doesn't mean it's not good. Because a lot of times with liquor and other things, you really are drinking the label or you're drinking the brand. There's good stuff there that maybe is not a fancy brand or a label. So I think we got it. Yay. That was something though. And it has been opened before. So again, this is the Petit Peppermint Bark and a little bit of rum. And we're going to see what this tastes like. If you wanted to do a garnish, I think I did this on the last show. I did a little bit of simple syrup and I did a crushed peppermint around the rim of it. You could do the sugar if you want to, just to make it look festive. You can do, a cinnamon stick, cranberries, whatever you want for your garnish. So we're going to see what this tastes like. I like it. It's good. So I'm going to tell you something that I'm noticing right off. The rum is a little bit softer, a little bit sweeter than the whiskey is, than the bourbon. Because remember, the bourbon that I used was Four Roses, which has high rye, so it has spice to it. This definitely gave it a smoother kind of flavor. Again, a good blend of flavors. Very, very easy. 2 ingredients. If you don't want to add the rum or the bourbon, you can just go with just a Petit Peppermint Bark. But this is good. So this also gets the hell yeah. I like it. I like it. All right. So now I'm getting to my last drink, but y'all also have some charcuterie today to talk about. So I wanna talk about this glass right here. Can y'all see that? Y'all see what it says? It says, "Ho no." So this past weekend, I went to an event in an area here in Atlanta called Avondale Estates, and I did their Christmas home tour. And there was a person there. And shout out to the Avondale home tour, first of all. But the woman that I met, one of her homes was actually on tour. And her name was Morgan. And she has a company called Tiny Moon Events. You can find her on IG. Tiny Moon Events. So Morgan, wherever you are, cheers. But I bought this glass from her. She was one of the vendors at the market that they had there. And I just thought it was so cute. It was the last one she had. So this is really, really, she has some really cool merchandise. And I love this. So I am going to actually build my drink in this glass. And she says she had some other merchandise earlier in the evening because I went kind of at the end of it. Excuse me. And it said I have hoes in different area codes and all types of stuff. But she had a lot of really fun things. So check her out. Again, Tiny Moon Events. And she does event planning and various things like that. So I'm going to put a couple of cubes of ice in here. And since I got a taller glass, I'm actually going to go with like 4 cubes. And I am going to use 4 Roses. My favorite, right? So this is 4 Roses Small Batch Select. Again, no official definition for what small batch is. Some distilleries, it might be 200 barrels. Another distillery, it might be 50 barrels. You just don't know, but it's small. So that's what they say. So I am going to be using this. And then the other thing that I'm going to be using is something that I have tried before. And I thought it might be kind of good in this. And that is this Canada Dry Ginger Ale Cranberry. Now, you all know I'm not crazy about carbonation. But I thought these two things might be really good together. So we're going to try this. So again, I'm pretty much freehanding everything today. So I got a tall glass, so I'll put a little bit more bourbon in that. I'm not drinking all of it, but you know. Because I got to go back to some of my other drinks. Yeah, ginger ale. So let me tell you a little bit about Canada Dry because I found out some things about Canada Dry in my research. This is a seasonal item, but it was introduced in 1904 and it was originally called Pale Ginger Ale by John J. McLaughlin. And it became a popular mixer during Prohibition to mask the taste of the period's harsh liquors. So that was when it really became a big deal. Was during Prohibition. It is caffeine free. And of course, I'm sure that if you just wanted something sparkly, fizzy, and pink to drink, not fizzly, fizzy. It is fizzy. You could just drink it on its own. I'm trying to make sure we don't have no mishaps in here. Even though this is my last show of the year, I want to be able to come back. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. So let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's good, y'all. That is so good. Just 2 ingredients. It is so good. Okay, so third ingredient. I told you I was going to be muddling. Now I could muddle in a glass, but I really wanted to taste this without the cranberries. Hey, Eb, how you doing? So I am actually going to muddle in my shaker, and then I'm going to pour the muddled cranberries in there. I wanted to see what it tastes like without the cranberries because I know the fresh cranberries are going to add some flavor. So I put, I would say roughly it's about maybe 10 in here. I don't know if y'all can kind of see in there. I got my jiggers and stuff, but I didn't measure anything today. But I do have my muddler, so get ready. And I'm going to muddle these cranberries. So my muddling crew, wherever you are, I'm muddling cranberries today. So muddling basically releases the juices. You're not smashing them. You are just gently releasing the juices, even though it looks like I'm really, doing something here. But that's all that you're doing because you're just gently doing this to whatever fruit it is. You can muddle sugar cubes. You can muddle practically anything that is muddleable, I guess. But I muddle cranberries. So I poured my muddled cranberries in there. They don't even want to come out. They just want to hang out in there. Okay, but I got a remedy to that because I have a fork. So you see they're not completely smashed. It's just I broke the skin and I released the juices. And of course, if I wanted to muddle them a little bit more, I could. That would be fine. And we're going to see what it tastes like with the muddled cranberries. Get out a little swish, a little swirl. It definitely adds more flavor, more cranberry flavor, kind of a fresher taste to it. So when I was telling you about the ginger ale, all ginger ale is not created equal, okay? Most ginger ale that we buy in the store is about 2% or less of ginger. Now you have Reed's, and I've talked about Reed's ginger beer. And ginger beer and ginger ale are different. But Reed's ginger ale contains about 17% ginger. And of course, ginger beers usually have a higher percentile of ginger in them. So you think 2% versus 17%. And it just depends on, I think, how much you like ginger. Like if you like that kick that ginger gives, you might want to look at something that has a higher percentile of ginger in it. So you have Reed's, you have Feverfew, I think is one. And then most of these make ginger beer as well. So if you want a stronger flavor, I would say go for a ginger beer as opposed to a ginger ale. What's the other one that we talk about? Rolling Rock? Red Rock is another one. Like they have that in the pharmacy section because it's so strong and it has such a high ginger content. Of course, ginger is great for your digestive system. So this definitely gives it a different flavor. But if I wanted more of a ginger kick, I would get a stronger ginger ale. But that is a seasonal item. So I was like, let's do it. So this is some good stuff. So I call this one the Cranberry Bourbon Splash. I named it. I'm getting a little bit better, y'all, at naming my drinks. I know I named two drinks. So I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to make some improvements in the new year. Just saying, trying to do better. And before the the new year even start, I'm trying to do it. You have a homie's name, Rock and Rock? Okay. But this is good. All right. I'm going to go back to this. Because remember, this is my little cocktail with the sugar cubes, basically the bitters. I'm going to stir this around a little bit and see if I can get more of a peppermint flavor. Because I'm thinking that's what it's supposed to be. Natty, thank you so much for the sub. Natty, Natty, just saying. But thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna see if it makes a difference. Yes. So it needed 2 cubes. Now it tastes like Prosecco and peppermint. The Prosecco is just really strong because that's the alcohol in here. Now, again, if you want to make a mocktail, you could use sparkling cider for this. You could use seltzer. You could use anything that has any type of fizz or fermentation, but it needed 2 cubes. So I put a red one in there and a white one in there. This was my Yes Cocktail Company Bitters Infused cubes. So I would say they were worth the $15 because I can make a couple more drinks out of this. So that's pretty good. And I have a little bit of Prosecco left, so I can do some things. So I like this. This was good. Both of my mimosa drinks, all of the drinks I was happy with. I made 4 drinks and I was very happy with all of them. And y'all, the slideshow was not that bad this year, right? Silence. Then Cruz gave me a belt. Oh, she gave a belt to Natty. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that bad though, was it? Was it? Okay. So let me tell y'all a little bit about this charcuterie I got over here. Right? I was very, very intrigued. So Locke is actually going to be trying this with me, giving some opinion because it's pork. And I don't eat pork. I'm a non-pork eater. But I was intrigued by the flavors on this salami. So I want to show you what I got. See, Cruz, you said that was a mild show, right? Okay. So this is called Brooklyn award-winning charcuterie. This is bourbon and sour cherry flavor salami. Yeah, I want to keep this little liquor show. I like it. That's what it looks like. So I saw this in the store and I was like, bourbon and sour cherry? Okay. And like I said, it's pork, but I really wanted to try it. So it says, the company, of course, is out of Brooklyn, New York. And it says, Brooklyn Cured makes salami with a twist. We're inspired by the culinary diversity of our home borough and our whole country to create unique and delicious items for you to enjoy. And it's brooklyncured.com if you're interested. This was about $8 in Publix. Okay. So I bought this. Then I went traipsing my way, skedaddling my way over to World Market. And what did I find? Rye whiskey and orange zest salami for 55% off. So this one was like $3, $4 and something cents, right? But I was like, I wonder if there's going to be a difference in the flavor. And I left that tag on here so you can see. This one was much cheaper. So we're going to see what it tastes like. So what I did was I put together a little charcuterie tray. And I have some goat cheese, blueberry and vanilla. And this actually came from Publix as well. I've had this before, but I figured it would be pretty good flavor to pair. But then I also bought something when I was at Aldi that I thought might be kind of good to try. This is called Purple Moon Cheddar, and it is cheese soaked in a Petit Syrah. That's what it looks like, which is a type of wine. Okay, so I thought this is my first time trying this. I thought this might be pretty good as well to give a go. So I put all of that on the charcuterie tray. And I'm going easy on the pork because I don't want to have the bubble guts. Just saying. Okay. So I'm going to put that over to the side or to the back of me or somewhere. And I'm going to bring the tray over so that you all can see. And I have to move all of the clothing that the liquor bottles wore. And I'm going to tell you about the crackers too. So these also came from Aldi. This is puff pastry triangle crackers, garden herbs. I just like the way they looked on the box, honestly. So I don't know if they're gonna be good or not. It says oven baked puff pastry. So we'll see. No artificial flavors. And then I just have like some kind of basic fancy cracker, I guess. So let's see. I have to show you some more of my little dollar store treasures. But let me bring it over a little closer to me and show you all what it looks like. So this tray, now I transported this, so it's not as pretty or fancy as it normally would be if I was like actually hosting and you were coming over to my house or I was coming over to your house and all that good stuff. But I did get some cute plates. Look, they got gingerbreads on them. And we got some gingerbread napkins. Those are cute too. No cashews. And I had to label this stuff. And then I have, now I know I'm gonna probably slaughter this name, but it's roasted eggplant dip. And every time I try to type it, like I was trying to tell somebody about it, it would almost always come up as, I was trying to type Baba Ganoush, because I think that's how you pronounce it. They would put Baba Ganesh. That's how it could, autocorrect for me. But this is roasted eggplant dip. Okay, and this is very good. I had this recently for the first time. And then I have a pear mustard. I bought this at the Dollar No Mosto. Okay, and I thought this would be interesting, and it was very tasty. Try that at home. Hey, C Love, thank you. Happy 10 months. So we're gonna give this a go. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna just start off kind of with the meat. So this is the bourbon sour cherry, and we're just gonna taste it on its own, so we can be, pure in our tasting and all of that. And then this one is the rye whiskey. Now, I know that Locke really can't tell us if it tastes like whiskey because he don't drink, but I guess he can tell us if he tastes a little liquor. So let's see. I'm going to put those on there, and then I'm going to try them. Okay. So that one is the cherry, and that's the rye whiskey one. So try those. That's the bourbon cherry. Okay. And then the other one is the rye whiskey. So, hey, let's see. Cheers. Which one are you tasting first? Okay, that's the first one I'm tasting. Ooh, it's hard. Ooh. Tastes like salami. I don't taste.
It's just sweet.
Yeah. It has a sweetness to it. I don't taste bourbon. You?
It's just sweet.
Okay.
It's very sweet.
He says just very sweet. Okay. And then this one is the rye whiskey. Orange something. That one was like tough to chew.
It's almost like the hickory. You remember the old Hickory Farms stuff?
Mm-hmm. Now this one tastes different. I like this one better.
It's not a sweet, a little more pungent.
Yeah.
A little bit more porky.
Yes. I would agree with that. Okay.
I would eat the whole thing if I were you.
Yeah, I'm not.
That would not end well.
I'm not. Don't worry. Yeah, Actually, I'm gonna give both. I'm gonna give the rye whiskey. Maybe I'll give that a meh. Or I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. I give both of them a meh. I'll give both of them a meh. You too?
It's literally like the holiday logs from people.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I would say save your $8.
If they were thinner slices.
Yeah. I would say save your $8. But I will put this over to the side so that we can partake in the rest of the stuff. I will taste the cheese that is in the wine. So we'll see what that tastes like. Okay. Of course, you can't hear the other person talking because he's not on the mic. Yeah, he gave his whole opinion over there on the side. So you want to give your official opinion on the mic? Well, he said he didn't want to give his opinion on the mic. So we both gave it a meh. We gave both of them the meh. So, yeah, I would say for both of those salamis, I would say save your money on those. I don't taste the whiskey. That's what I'm going to say. I do not taste the whiskey. Yeah, that's the verdict. That's what I got going on. So we got some stuff over here that I guess we'll snack on, some other things that maybe we like a little bit better. So I want to show you guys another one of my little dollar store finds. Okay. Okay, London, you said, okay, I'll bring a taste tester next time you volunteer. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. So look, this is an LED coaster, right? I thought this would be really cool for New Year's. Okay. I mean, I was like, this is super cool. So look, it's a clear coaster. You turn it on, it lights up. Now, this is what we need to be looking at in the dark, honestly, right? You press it again. It has like a little slower rotation on the lights. It stays on steady. Yep. It's cool. We have to look at it in the dark, for real. And then you turn it off. This was the Dollar No More store, so $1.25. I thought this would be like super cool if you have like a New Year's party and you want to have, something for people to put their drinks on. It's kind of different. You set your drink right on top. Well, you got to turn it on first because that's important to turn it on. There we go. And then see how you see the colors there? And then you put your drink right there on top. Isn't that cool? Like, I thought this was like so cool. Like, I'm just dazzled by the stuff that like lights up and all of that. And of course, even if you're not drinking, you're just doing whatever. You can have this. So for now this was $1.25 at the Dollar No Mosto. So this one was a deal. It's going to be real pretty, right? You can have your soda be pretty, your drink be pretty, all of that. All of that can be pretty. So, yes, I thought that was really cool. And again, I showed you my little light up candies. So we have those. We got to look at all of this in the dark. Okay, he went upstairs on me. So when I need him to turn off the lights, he's not here to turn off the lights. But when he comes back, I'll have him do that so that we can take a look at it. But anyway, I thought that was cool. We'll look at it when I come back, when he comes back. So I want to talk to you guys about New Year's, and then we'll look at these things. What's happening? This is, I'm unsupervised. So see, y'all, if I could get over there to that computer, y'all would be seeing some stuff. Y'all would be seeing some stuff, damn it. I could just do all kind of stuff in here. Strip off my hat. Put on my other hats. Just keep changing hats. I got like 50, 11 hats over here because I'm unsupervised. See, I got another hat. I can put on that one. Expired, right? What else do I have? I got all kinds of stuff. Look, y'all. And see, I was ready for like when he turned off the lights on me. But I knew these would make a lot of noise. But how about these light up too? I think. I might be lying. There we go. They light up. So, yeah. Okay, they're supposed to light up. Something like that. There it is. But I was ready. I was going to be ready for when he turned off the lights on me. Because I was like, everything going to light up. Everything going to light up on me. So, I just changed out all my hats till he comes back. I got my Grinch hat, which I actually wear in the wintertime. Lanta said he went to boo-boo. I got that. Girl said, put the bra back on. Then look at this. I got this one. Locke, I need a little light check here because I'm showing some stuff that glows in the dark. I think he did go get some eggnog because he came down here with a glass. But anyway, I got my soldier hat on. I got that. I am showing some things that glowed in the dark. And then, last but not least, I had my antlers. So look, this is what it looks like glowing in the dark. The little coaster. Okay. It kind of looks like that Christmas tree disc that we were talking about, right? And then you can press it again for a different look. A whole Christmas fashion show, right? But I thought that this was really cool, again, for $1.25. And, you know, to set your drink on it, just look at that. That looks nice, right? Yeah. So, very lovely. One more thing. Let me show one more thing in the dark, please. And then this is the little sucker thing. If I can find... okay, turn on the light for me a minute. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. There it is. Okay. That's cool too, right? That's a little Christmas candy. Yep. All right. So, I want to talk to you guys about next year. I'm going to take all of that off because it does make a whole lot of noise. So next year, I will be off the whole month of January in honor of Dry January. So if you all do not know about Dry January, that is a time that traditionally people will not drink for the entire month of January to kind of have a reset for their health, their wellness, and kind of, you know, just have a clean slate, so to speak, as they start off the new year. So there will be no shows in January. I'm also going to use that time for a recalibration, a reset of Brown Whiskey Woman as a whole, and kind of decide which way I'm moving, where I'm going, and all of that good stuff. So I will be back on Thursday, February the 12th for a Valentine's show. So that should be fun. Don't know what I'm going to do for that Valentine's Day show. I know we'll be making some cool Valentine's Day drinks, of course. So, I don't know. There might be a slideshow. There might not be. We'll just see. We'll just see. But that's happening. We'll see. Of course, you know, that's all right. I got stuff that lights up. But I will be back on February the 12th. Also, when I return, there will be a new schedule. I will not be coming on every Thursday. I will be on every second and fourth Thursday. The reason why I'm making this decision is because I am going to take that opportunity to do more things out. So, I usually show you all pictures when I go to like the bourbon women's events or different things like that. But I will start to document a lot more of that. I plan to attend more whiskey events, and I will be posting that information on YouTube. So the Twitch show will carry on, but it will be twice a month as opposed to 4 times or 5 times, depending on how many Thursdays are in a month. So that will commence in February 2026. Also, I have a rate train coming up. So Jingle Bell Rock, which is a all rock rate train, is coming up on Saturday. And it's kicking off at noon with DJ Gemini. Then we're going over to Guzzle, DJ Brax, Steve 929, Sega the DJ, and Tally the DJ. And this is in honor of our resident rocker, Holly B. Steelers gal. And we did this last year, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. So if you like rock, all kinds of rock, there are no limits here. Please tune in. Okay, please. Chris said, how did I convince Holly to pose? I was like, look, Holly, if you pose, I'll give you a puppy. And you know how much she loves animals. So she said, okay, she would do it. So that is happening on Saturday, the 20th. After that, you all, I will be taking a week off from Twitch. Okay, I'm going to take a Twitch break. I will not be modding. I will not be hanging out. I will not be doing any of that stuff on Twitch. I'm just going to take, I get the lights off for that. I'm doing a Twitch detox. It's the week of Christmas. I am going to spend some time with my family. I am going to do some things around my home. I'm just going to get out and have a little fun and do all of that stuff. Minus Twitch. Okay. So, and I say, we all need to take breaks sometimes. So that will be my break on after Saturday. So after Saturday, I won't see y'all until after that, the week after Christmas on Twitch, I'll say. Yes, definitely call self-care, and I will be doing some self-care. So I want to talk to you all a little bit about the new year in a different way. Because it is coming. 2026 is the year of the horse. So if you are into Chinese astrology at all, the horse, and technically the Chinese New Year starts in February. It starts on the 17th of February. But it's about breakthroughs, creativity, and personal victories. That is what the year of the horse is all about. So what I say is I'm not one for resolutions or anything like that. I don't really do a lot of that kind of thing. But I do use the new year as a time to recalibrate and reassess. So one of the themes that has been coming up really, really heavy for me, especially this latter part of the year, is really paying attention to the people who not only say they support me, but show me that they do. Because people can say just about any damn thing they want to. But for me, show me. I don't really give a shit what you say. Your actions are what matter to me. And that's what I look at, and that's what I pay attention to. So one of the big things for moving into the new year is for me to really, really connect and value the people that value me, so that it is a reciprocal relationship, right? Because a lot of times we give to people and they do not give back. And I'm not saying that it's about tit for tat, because I believe in kindness. I do. I say it all the time. I am a firm believer in we have enough negative things in the world. I want to show kindness to people at any opportunity I get. However, if I'm the one being kind constantly, if I am the person that is always giving and there is never any respect or anything given back to me, that's a problem. You need boundaries. You need to be firm on those boundaries. And most of the time, the people that have problems with you having boundaries are the people that want to cross them. So I want you to think about that as you go into the new year. Think about you and think about how things work for you, because what works for another person may not work for you. What's important to them may not be important to you. So please, please take this time to reassess, recalibrate, love on the people that love on you, and tell them. Tell them and show them. That's really my New Year's message. And it will always be my New Year's message. Every year it'll be the same. But please, please take some time and think about the things that are important to you and the people that are important to you. I want to give a very, very special shout out. London. Basically, we're saying, fuck them, fuck it, fuck that, fuck them. That's what you heard. Yeah, that's essentially, in a nutshell, yeah. That's kind of what we're saying. We're saying if they don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with them. That is what we're saying. I want to give a really special shout out to the people who are missing their departed loved ones. And I want to remind the people who maybe have not had the experience of someone close to them crossing over that the holidays are not merry for everybody. They can be a very, very difficult time. They can bring up a lot of memories, good and sad sometimes. So please reach out to your friends that you know have lost someone. Please just check in on them and ask them if they're okay. And then have an ear for them. Sometimes you don't need to do anything. Sometimes you don't even need to say anything. You just need to listen. And just check in on them and say, are you okay? And is there anything I can do for you? And mean it. Don't just say the words, please, but mean it. Send them a virtual hug. Whatever you can do, do it. Because the holidays are tough. I know they're tough for me, and I know a lot of people personally in this chat that they are tough for. And some years, you just breeze right through it. And some years, it just hits you harder. And I think that when people go to the other side, people here, we just adjust. You don't ever get over it. You just learn how to manage without that person being in your life. So to all of the people that are managing through the holidays, I'm sending you some extra love. I'm sending you some extra hugs. I'm telling you, I'm thinking of you. I'm telling you that I love you. I want to tell all of you all, thank you so much for supporting me this year, for helping to make Brown Whiskey Woman what it is. I am very grateful to you. Thank you, London, for everything. Thank you, Cruz, for everything. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Locke. Thank you, D-Man. Thank you, Psalmist, Double Spirit, Brown Eyes, Miss KB, Sea Love, Miss I Am Me, Lioness Nala, Lakita B, everybody, Natty. I know you out there lurking and you're supposed to be resting, girl. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that come in my stream. And if I did Soul Food Diva, please, LaShawn, I want to say thank you to everybody that comes in this stream that supports all of us on Twitch. There are no words to cover it. Thank you, Ray Rap. Thank you, Little Unique. Thank you, Mr. Nate. There are no words to cover it. There really aren't. I just want to say Happy New Year. I want to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it's happy. I hope it's joyful. And I hope as you enter into the new year, it's everything that you want it to be and then some. Okay? Whatever it is, speak it into existence for yourself. Let us please take a look at who is on. and see where we can go. Where can we raid out to? Who is on? Who is on? So I can taste some more of my drinks. I can go back to my peppermint. And a special thank you to Mackie Pooh for holding down the fort, for being the best son ever. Don't tell my other son I said that. And don't tell Rafe either. Because I tell him he's the best child. But don't tell him that I said that. But let's see who's on and where can we go. Oh, okay. I see where I want to go. Can we go to Blue Collar? Unless he's about to raid out. If he's on a raid train, I know. Can we see? Is he on a raid train? Okay. Strictly old school. All right. So we won't catch him. Okay. Let's go to... What's Tila doing? Tila. Is she on something? Okay. So we can go to Tila. Okay, so Tila is our fam via Psalmist. So yeah, let's go. And Tila was part of Beats for Cure. Hey Grafton, how you doing? Thank you, Grafton. Thank you for everything as well. So yeah, and if I missed anybody in the chat, I'm so grateful for you all. I really am. I am grateful beyond words. And I will see you all in February on this here stream right here. Please make sure you check out Fresh Day Party. Don't forget about that. They have 2 parties this month. So make sure you check that out if you're here in Atlanta, but support them on Saturdays. They do their show from this studio. So they'll be on Saturday at 11. Will they be on this Saturday? Saturday at 11. Shout out to Lil Unique and Brown Eyes, who are mods for that stream. So yeah, y'all had some good drinks and y'all survived the damn slideshow. And if you missed something, go check it out on YouTube. Tell all your friends to go check it out on YouTube too, because it's there. So I'll see y'all in the Twitch streets. After Saturday, you won't see me for a week, but please check out the All Rock Raid Train. That's going to be a lot of fun. And have you some good drinks, but stay dry in January, okay? All right, y'all. Bye.